Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Hunter Exposed, Akibos, and I hope you're having a fantastic great day. And we're finally back with a brand new review on the latest chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 242, also known as Merry Christmas. And yes, Christmas has come early in My Hero Academia. So in today's review, we're going to keep it short and concise. We're going to get into the main parts, and we're going to keep this more of a discussion along with a review. So we're going to look into certain things that we can see happen in the future, because there's a lot of things that came up in this chapter, even though it seemed like it was a filler type. And once again, if you guys do enjoy this content, be sure to hit a thumbs up on the video and hit the subscribe button for more. It will motivate me and encourage me to make a lot more videos, and trust me, I need that right now. But without a doubt, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So we start off with this teachers conference thing, and we find out that there's a very important meaning behind the internship, and the reason why the students are getting internship is because the hero work is increasing and there's heroes decreasing, as in the amount of people that can sort each crime out, so on and so forth. So the labor of using these internships are going to be really helpful, which is kind of crazy because you're getting the students into dangerous stuff very early out. But this just shows, especially after the villains arc we just had, how things are about to change right now. The villains are going to outnumber the heroes, and the villains are going to spread like wild, and things are just about to get crazy. You can just sense it. And don't worry, I did not forget about mentioning the little snug principal hiding within Aizawa's bandages. A nice little clean addition by the mangaka. Now we're going to look into a very important part of this chapter, and that is where the principal is talking with All Might, and they're talking about the UA Traitor. And it's been a while that we've seen this, and a lot of you guys thought Horikoshi forgot, but of course there was so much going on that he did not have time to bring this in just yet, and of course now is the perfect time. So they're saying how since the students have moved into the dorm, they haven't seen much going on with the snitching stuff. So they're believing that it's not to do with the students, but in fact it's one of the teachers that are actually working as an insider for the villains. But once again, this could also be mind games from the mangaka. We don't know for sure if it's not one of the students along with one of the teachers. Because if you look at things realistically, the goal of this traitor was to find out when UA is most vulnerable so they can develop this attack. But the main goal was because they was after All Might, who was teaching there as a teacher. So after this, the traitor was able to give the information to the league, and so on for all the attacks that happened after. And then we had the battle between All For One and All Might, which ended, and the pinnacle of peace has literally been destroyed because All Might is not in action anymore. Thus why the traitor has no needs as of right now to expose any information, unless the time comes where they come for Deku, which of course we know they want the One For All and the One For All bloodline to be finished, or the pass on of the quirk. So if we look into these matters, it's still a possibility that one of the students can still be a traitor. It's just that he's not needed as of right now. And who would it be? Here's my bet. So we have Toru Hagakure, which everyone talks about, and the theory on her makes sense. She was at the wrong places at the wrong time, which doesn't add up for what she said, so it's lies basically. And I've also seen some stuff about Kirishima, but I don't want to get into that because my theory is on someone else, and I believe that could possibly Monoma, because Monoma makes the perfect ideal character to be the traitor. So here, look at my points that I'm going to bring up. So first of all, his character and the way he brings himself along. He seems like a Bakugo type character, the way he acts comedically villainous. But I believe that this is just to throw you off and just to think that this is like a side of himself. And then his quirk. So his quirk enables him to copy a person's quirk and then use it. And of course he tried Deku's One For All and it didn't work. He said it was a dud. So what importance does this have? Because if he's able to try copy other people's quirks, he will enable to know how to use those and to know what quirk a person has. And who will this work out for? It will work out for All For One. So he'll be able to test and find out what quirks certain people have, and then bring this intel back to All For One or the doctor so he can add this to his collection. But right now this is only just a hunch with some facts, but I'll soon break it down and see, especially with the events that have happened with the league, and see where he's been around, because I'm pretty sure he's been in almost all of the scenarios. But yeah, that will come up in a theory video hopefully later. And I would not even be surprised if there's a teacher who's infiltrated, but we'll talk more about this in a future video hopefully. Now back to more of the chapter. So we know that it's Christmas right now in the My Hero Academia universe, And I believe that this was pointed out to us for a very important reason, because don't forget that when the battle of the villains versus the Redestro family happened, we also found out the date. I'm pretty sure it says something about December. I'm not too sure what day, but I believe that Horikoshi is trying to show the timeline and that something's going to happen important within this timeline. And before we get into the main parts of the internship, I just want to say Eri is just super kawaii. Shout out to you, Eri, back in the business with those two cool horns. Your quirk is back in action, which is another sign to something huge happening this arc, guys. We also see a headline on the newspaper showing what's happened to Best Genius, of how he's being reported missing, and we see a little backflash between Bakugo of picking a hero name, and just knowing Bakugo, he chose murder in all of his name. What a crazy dude. But anyway, Best Genius said to him that you're gonna find yourself a name pretty much after like the internship type of years, and this name's gonna stick with you. And I believe that Bakugo, if he does take Todoroki's offer, Endeavor is gonna inspire this name, Best Genius is gonna inspire this name, and partially All Might will inspire this name. But anyway, back to what I said, Todoroki has brought up an offer for Deku and Bakugo. If you guys can't find an internship, why not try it with the #1 hero, Endeavor, his father, who, if Todoroki has the word with, definitely will be able to get them an internship with him. And if this is the case, this opens just a huge battles for each of the students, or at least the 3 of those guys, because think about it, Endeavor's the #1 hero, the #1 hero is going to be dealing with the #1 villains, so it's just going to be an onslaught for the heroes, a very tough situation, a spot where Deku could master his quirks or learn to use more than one, which I believe is what will happen, and even for Bakugo, for him to find his name and him to his true self. But especially from Bakugo's facial expression, you don't know if he really wants to join, but it's probably their best offer because he's the #1 hero and it's going to get into the #1 positions that these guys really want to get into. But another cool guy for Deku to intern under would be the hero Snipe. Maybe he will help out Deku learning on his shoot style, and maybe to shoot open his black whip and so on and so forth. And we also need to take into consideration about Uraraka, where she's gonna go intern with Ryukyu, who's the dragon hero, the dragon lady. So it's pretty much showing that we're gonna get into some hefty battles, especially with how the villains have joined up with the Redestro family, or taken over the Redestro family. And I'm pretty sure we're just going to see a lot of petty villains as well, especially with the Detner Rat equipment. People are not going to know where these duds come from, and especially when they're finished or they're exposed, they blow up. So it's really, really cool, and that's some of the things that we need to look at. And once again, like I said, with Eri, that is a huge revelation, especially with how her horns have grown, which means her powers are near enough able to be used. And this could be that we're gonna see our boy Mirio back in action, or we're gonna see that Batman Mirio, which, if you guys don't know, is Mirio is gonna go into a Batman form where he fights without no quirks. But yeah, things are looking fantastic. It looks like we're gonna get a fantastic arc just as soon as we just finished a fantastic arc. Things are looking great for My Hero Academia, and let me know what you guys think about some of the points I brought up and who you guys think the UA villain is. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope I didn't waffle too long, because I know I did talk about the Traitor quite a bit, but it's something I did want to bring up, and I know it's something interesting. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic great day. Peace.